TimberKing and Woodmaster equipment have made our retirement plans a reality. Here at Maple Grove Mill, we start in the woods. We go to various locations and find standing timber and purchase it. Then we bring it back to our sawmill operations, and we start out with our TimberKing sawmill. Then after that, we dry it in a TimberKing kiln, which again increases the value of that wood. Then our next step, we take that wood, and based on the customer needs, we take it into our shop where we use our Woodmaster equipment to turn it into flooring and to trim, again increasing the value of that standing tree at each step. It makes us a little bit more profit to do that in that process. And it makes us be able to offer a variety of products determining on what the customer needs might be. Hello, my name is Bob Manaugh, and my wife Teresa and I are proud owners of TimberKing equipment and Woodmaster equipment. And the name of our company is Maple Grove Mill. And we take standing timber in a cradle to grave process to finished products. Well, here we are at Saw, just getting ready to start a normal day. I know when we were looking at the different models, we decided to go ahead with a diesel motor because it has that extra torque on it and gives us that extra power. And then another good advantage in the winter months, it does get really cold here in Indiana at times, and diesel starts right off every morning on those cold mornings. So that's been great. So we'll go ahead and get started now. Now this is a good example of a customer we have who purchases and restores antique furniture over 100 years old. And specifically what he's looking for is poplar wood that's at least a foot wide, up to 20 inches wide. So what we've done here, this log is giving us consistent widths of about 13 inches. And then the log we just cut before this was giving us up to 20 inches. And so that's giving him a real good inventory, and because we have a TimberKing mill that has that wide cutting head, we're able to get those 36-inch diameter logs and get those 20-inch boards out of it. And the four-posted head gives us that good stability, so we've got good level boards that are just what he's looking for. So he's become a customer now who pre-orders. So we pre-cut, we cut it on the mill, then we turn around and dry it in the TimberKing kiln, and then he comes by and picks them up. So that's great when you know when you're cutting wood and it's already sold before you even put it in the kiln. So that's a good example of how having everything from the mill to the kiln to the shop ties it all together and lets you reach a lot of different customers just versus a few. When you ask a basic question, why did we buy a TimberKing 2000 mill? We basically broke it into two areas. We looked at the actual price and the value of that price. And then we considered the options. And again, we looked at a lot of different competitors, and we kept coming back to the TimberKing services, what they offered, what the features were. We look at the features of the 2000 itself. The computer set works, the four-posted head, 36-inch diameter log that we're able to cut, all the fully hydraulic features, the log lifter, the toll boards, the log turner. Then we have a 30-foot extension that allows us to do 30-foot logs or beams on it, which is a great feature to have. Allows us to get into areas that your big production mills don't do those types of things. And then going back to the price and the quality of the service. Everything that they said it would do, it did, and a little bit more. We think about service. If we have any needs or just a general question, we can go to TimberKing and ask that, and they've done a great job. If we need a part, we need something, to get it to us just as quick as they can. And when we look back and say, well, did we make a wise decision? We have no question that it was the right thing to do, go with the TimberKing 2000. They say that the TimberKing 2000, and in fact all their equipment, felt like a tank, and that's true. The proof of the pudding for us, just routinely, we can take a 36-inch diameter log, and in fact an oak log, 36-inch diameter. The log lifter has no trouble at all getting it up on the deck. The log turner has no trouble turning it. The mill has no trouble going on through that thickness and that width. Or we can turn around, and because of the deck extension that we have, we can do up to 30-foot logs. Again, we have no trouble getting that log up on the deck. There's no bending or warping, handles it just fine, does a great job. So again, when they say that TimberKing's built like a tank, that is the absolute truth. This is a great example here of why we start by purchasing things in the woods. As we were looking through the woods and selecting trees, we happened to run onto this burl. And these burls sometimes can be worth a lot of money. And when you buy the overall timber stand, that's just part of the averaged out cost. So again, a great example of a burl, example of why you start in the woods. Occasionally, you've heard the term a diamond in the rough. Well, in this industry, it's basically when you find a veneer log, that's a diamond in the rough. And we were fortunate enough in a job that we had about a month ago to identify 3 walnut logs that'll be going that a veneer buyer has purchased from us. So again, great examples of why it's a good idea to start in the woods. Well, here we are at our kiln. This particular kiln is an L200M. What comes with that package is a building blueprints, and you can build your chamber at various sizes. We elected to go ahead and go with the larger size chambers. We added an extra fan. We went with the full automatic venting system. Went again with the computer controls on everything. And one big advantage for having a bigger kiln chamber, of course, is you can put more product in it. And in this particular size, we can put a little over 3,000 board feet of 5/4 lumber, or if we go on up to the 9/4 lumber, it's closer to 4,000 that we can get in at any one time. And of course, with your thicker product, you have less stickers, and thinner, you have more stickers. That's just about every bit of that's got really beautiful flick on it too. Where we're at, this is near the end of the kiln load. 3 of the probes are turned on, the 4th one's off, but you can see it's at 7.5 now, getting real close to the end. And this particular load is white oak and red oak that's cut 9/4. It's got a lot of flick in it. It's definitely going to be very valuable product when we get it out. It'll be valued in this area for somewhere around $5 a board foot. Another real advantage to the kiln itself is that you, again, just being able to sell kiln-dried lumber, but something we do at the end of the process, when we get it down to 6%, we have a sanitizing process where we throw a 5-gallon bucket of water in on the floor, and what that initially does, we go ahead and turn the temperature up to 140 degrees. And as the temperature rises, that water turns to steam and it opens the pores in the wood, and then as the temperature rises farther, it draws it back out. And that gives us almost a perfect stabilization of moisture content throughout the whole stack. And then once it gets above 133 degrees, it kills any bugs or larvae or any fungus that might be in the wood. So that means we're actually able to take termite wood and sanitize it and put it in our wood studio, and that gives us another option of products to offer to creative type woodworkers. So again, works out real good for us. This is a good example because of the sanitation process we do in the kiln. We're actually able to take termite wood, run it through the kiln and sanitize it, making sure all the larvae or bugs are killed. And it allows a customer then to take a piece of wood like this and integrate it into their overall, whatever they're building. It gives it a unique look, to say the least. Other unique looks, you just look at all these flitches and crotches that we have in other places. A good example of just a real neat looking cut that came off the saw as we were cutting this hickory. And again, this is just a one-of-a-kind piece that nobody else is going to have when they go ahead and integrate that into whatever they happen to be building. And after we did some research, we just found at first it's hard to sell hardwood if it's not been kiln dried. And it definitely increases the value of the wood. And then it also allows us, if we didn't have the kiln, we couldn't do flooring and trim, to take it even to a higher value in terms of the wood itself. The basic reason we chose the 725 was to go ahead, as we looked at our total business plan, our total operations, we wanted to be able to take our kiln-dried lumber and add value to that. And the 725 planer, due to its features, allow us to do just that. The customer is able to come in and purchase some of our kiln-dried wood, our slabs, our crotches, and then if they want it plain, because of the 25-inch planing capabilities, we're able to provide that service, which increases cash flow and adds value to our products and services to include what a customer might want us to do. My 2 favorite features of the Woodmaster 725 would be the variable speed control. The reason for that is oak, you need to run it slower. Pine, you can run a little bit faster. So it allows you to move the wood through in the most efficient speed that you possibly can, which saves time. Then my other favorite feature is the spiral head planer. The spiral head provides a far superior surface as it goes through. It looks like it's already been sanded. So again, great features, right decision in getting both of them. Really, it boils down to being able to take the inventory that we have, whether it be wood or whatever the product might be. When a customer comes in and looks at the different hardwood lumber that we have for sale, we're able to take that product and not only sell that product to the customer, but we're able to turn around then if they want a 25-inch piece plain, we're able to do that on our Woodmaster Planer. If they want wood ripped, if they want it made into trim, if they want it made into flooring, we're able to do those things. So we're able to make money off the basic sale of the lumber. Then, if they want to do something else with that lumber, turn it into another product, we're able to provide that service too. And another benefit is the customer is able to come to one location and come inside of our facility and get several things done at one spot. Or if someone brings their own lumber to us under the service arena, we're able to take their wood, mill it for them. We're able to take their wood again with the Woodmaster and plane it, rip it, or turn it into some other product for them, being trim or flooring. So again, we looked at different features. We looked at a lot of different planers and molders. And when you look at the price and what the advertisement says that particular piece of equipment will do, it's always done what we ask it to do. So again, it's been a good decision for us to go with the Woodmaster equipment. When we look back at our retirement plan and think about them today, it's real clear that we would have never been able to accomplish those plans and be where we are today if we had not have gone ahead and purchased TimberKing equipment and Woodmaster equipment. It had to be the total package. And when you think of the TimberKing 2000 mill, the Woodmaster 725 planer molder, and then the TimberKing kiln, it's a whole package process. You can't move forward and offer all the services nor offer all the products if you don't have those different pieces of equipment. And it's real clear again that had we not been able to get the TimberKing equipment, Woodmaster equipment, we would not have been able to accomplish what our goals were to accomplish. And it's done everything we've asked it to do. And again, the service has been great and the people have been great.